Uh,
Doesn't it start with a P?
yeah. Oh my God, I feel like a horrible Filipino right now. I can't remember what it's called.
Dude,
Okay, well,
if our family
anyway,
watches this, they're gonna
I
disown
know
us.
we're in so much trouble. Oh my gosh, they'll be like, "What were you?" Anyway, we're so sorry. Hi everyone, happy holidays, and welcome back to Feelings to Unfold podcast. I'm Christina.
I'm Maribel.
Last week we had like a really great conversations. I feel like we really tied in our first two episodes talking about friendship, talking about relationships, talking about how much time you take to be friends with your ex again, or if you're ready to be friends with your ex again, being friends with your ex's family, or even just being friends with the people you made during the relationship, picking sides, or even just being taking that next step, or like kind of letting go of that part of your life, knowing that you have still your self-worth to think about and all that. So I think there was like a really big kind of, in a way, a big bow tying around that episode, tying around those two great conversations we had. But if you really want to watch those episodes will be on our YouTube, Spotify, so do check that out. This week, since it's the holidays, since it's the time of family and time of like spending time with your friends, starting a new year also, I thought, maybe we should talk. About the holidays. And Maribel, I was thinking back into, I guess, our conversations. What would you say what would you say, or what kind of traditions do you have in your family during the holidays?
Well, honestly, the holidays are a little bit different now ever since COVID
That's true.
because I haven't been able to see my whole family. Um, what has it been now? Like 2 years.
Mm.
Yeah, so Christmas is different now, unfortunately, but we always used to, or I always used to, me and my cousins would open gifts like 1 hour of one gift every hour up until midnight.
Oh,
And I don't know, that's just like a Filipino thing, right? To stay up till
I think
midnight.
so. Yeah, because I guess that was like the tradition I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Like as I was a kid, usually I guess for Filipinos we celebrate on Christmas Eve, and then we also celebrate like Christmas Day is just like you and your parents, your siblings. But then Christmas Eve is like with like pretty much the whole family, pretty,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's like almost the same tradition as mine. But I didn't do it every hour. That was like, oh, that's crazy. For me, we did it I guess an hour before, either an hour before midnight or midnight, and then would
Mhm.
open gifts. But I remember like I think as we got older, or actually, no, when we were younger, I think like we couldn't wait. So we would always ask my parents or like our relatives, can we open them now? Can we open them now? And they'll
Mm.
be like, no. And so like I remember that the most during us growing up. I always thought that was funny. But I think now yeah, I think after COVID, a lot has changed
Yeah.
compared to like traditions and how we celebrate. I think now they're starting to get a little bit back to normal a little bit, you
I think
know.
so.
But yeah, but I don't think it's like I don't know. I guess they are. Like last year wasn't that crazy. I think that was like our first year really back into celebrating big in a way with our family. So it was just good. It
Yeah.
it feels nice kind of like leaving those past 2 years where we had to deal with COVID behind us and trying to move forward with like new memories, new adventures
Kind of going
kind of
back
thing.
to how things used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, exactly. I think that's really great though. Um, what would I
Oh,
say is like another? It feels like there's like other traditions, but I can't think of
I
it.
I just want to clarify on the 1 hour thing.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like
because
clarification.
because on one side of the family, I used to be the only grandchild,
Okay.
so had like a lot of gifts, and it was like just me and then adult. So that's why they
Okay.
would let me like open a gift every
Oh,
hour until
okay.
midnight, and then we'd all open the rest of the gifts at midnight. But yeah, I
That
was the
makes
only
sense.
grandchild back then,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Okay.
until my brother. So
Oh,
yeah.
dang. So they like they're like, no, you can't open one present an hour anymore. You have to like wait till you're,
Well,
till midnight like everyone.
I think I didn't have as many gifts anymore when my brother came because I was older.
They were like, okay,
I
we're
don't.
gonna give it to your brother now.
Yeah, I guess. But then, because they would also like let me open things so that I would have something to do while waiting until midnight
Mm.
too.
Oh, that makes sense because like you're the only kid. You're probably gonna be like, what am I supposed to do by myself? It makes sense. I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
But on the
I
other
think
side of the family, with my cousins, we would always, me and my two of my cousins are like around the same age, and so they would always make us perform.
perform
So we would
like,
have to either dance or sing.
oh, that's
We,
so cute.
yeah, like we always used to do that on Thanksgiving. We would
Uh-huh.
dance, and then Christmas we would either dance or sing too. So yeah, we used to do that, and then the rest of the family would like play fun games. Like they would hang apples from the ceiling, and you'd have to like whoever could eat the most or whatever would win. And
I'm trying to
so,
imagine that.
oh
Sorry, I was like
no,
trying to
no.
imagine like
I don't know if I
how-
explained it well. It was like, yeah, we would hang an
I get it
apple,
though.
yeah, from the string, and
I-
whoever would eat the most would win like a gift card or something. And have you ever done those? It's a game where you like have to wear oven mitts, but you have to unwrap this like big
But I've
something
seen
ball.
people do that. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, so you know what I'm
seen,
talking
yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen like videos of that,
Hmm.
but yeah, but I've never done it. I've always wanted to try. It always looks so challenging, but
It's fun. It's kind of hectic, especially how Filipinos can get a lot of screaming.
oh my gosh, like that's like one of like the many memories I remember as a kid. Like it's whatever like we have like even just not just for oh no, it feels like it's louder during the holidays.
Yeah.
Like it feels I don't know, like we would have like, family parties and all that, but it really does feel like it's louder when it comes to like Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. Like you
Mhm.
could really hear your family members. I don't know, I always like that's what I think about when I think about the holidays. So it's always like,
Yeah.
it feels really nice.
For us, we're really family oriented.
Hmm.
So having a lot of these like traditions or memories with our family is something that we're always going to cherish, I think.
Yeah, no, it really is. I remember like one of the traditions I had. It was like when I was a kid. Oh, why can't I think of the name of it? Like the star, the lights, the Filipinos.
Oh,
Uh,
doesn't it start with a P?
yeah. Oh my God, I feel like a horrible Filipino right now. I can't remember what it's called.
Dude,
Okay, well,
if our family
anyway,
watches this, they're going to
I
disown
know
us.
we're in so much trouble. Oh my gosh, they'll be like, "What were you?" Anyway, we're so sorry. We can't. I, I can't think. Oh
What
my
kind of
God.
Filipinos are we?
Oh my God, like
Should
I
I?
had I had it in the tip of my tongue. Like I knew what I was gonna say before I said it, but now it's like gone. And I was just like, no.
Wait, I want to look it up because I really want to know.
Okay. Oh, it does start. I think it's a P. Yeah. Okay, while you look that up, I want to tell my story. But I remember my grandpa used
Mhm.
to make them all the time, like with like sticks and like like the thin paper, and he would hang lights in
Oh,
there.
that's so
And he would
cool.
actually really make it in our garage. And I remember like I think he would make it like either right before Thanksgiving or like right after Thanksgiving in our
Mhm.
garage, and I would always like watch him make it as a kid and like see him
Aw.
hanging it up. And that's every time I see that in like in a Filipino's home, like obviously you'll know during Christmas times, when it's a
Yeah.
Filipino house. You'll see it on their window or out like there. And I would always remember like him hanging it up, and just like that felt like to me was like a really special memory for myself, I think, as a
Mhm.
kid, because I would always see that, and like every time I see it, it reminds me of my grandpa. He passed
Yeah.
away when I was like 7 or 8, and I was like really close to him. He helped my mom raise me, so it's like I had like that really close connection. So every time I see that, I always remember him. So it's like
Aw.
I don't know. I always thought that was really special for me, but
Yeah.
like a really special memory like my childhood, I guess, also. But yeah. But also, did you figure out what it's called?
Oh yeah, but I don't. I'm kind of embarrassed to say it. I feel like
You're
I'm
gonna
not
butcher
gonna
it. It's okay.
pronounce it right.
If you butcher it, I won't help you because I have no idea how to say it correctly either. I probably butcher it even more in honest.
I'm I'm embarrassed. I don't want to say it.
Okay, well at least okay. Moving on. Just kidding.
People are gonna make fun of me. I'm not gonna pronounce it correctly, and then I'm gonna be even more of a disgrace. First, I didn't know it. Now,
It's
now I can't say it.
okay. Should I have brought up that memory?
Look, I'll,
Uh,
I'll tell you after.
okay,
When
that's
it's
fine.
not on camera, and I won't embarrass myself even more.
Okay. At least we know what it is now though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That
I'm
is what
sure
matters.
everybody, our Filipino
Yeah,
viewers, will
yeah, yeah.
know.
Exactly. And if you know what we're talking about, you could always write it in the comments for everyone else who either can't say it correctly or too unorganized, I
Yeah,
guess.
can you write it
Or
phonetically so I know how to
oh
say
yeah,
it
yeah.
correctly?
Yeah, so we could like, practice. I really do want to practice my Tagalog. Like I could understand, but I can't speak it that well. I speak it very Americanized.
Mhm.
So like I always get embarrassed when it comes to it, you
Me
know.
too.
But yeah. But, going back to like kind of Christmas memories, what would you say what would you say is your funniest gift you've ever gotten as like a
Mm,
kid or even like recently or whatever?
the funniest?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, I don't know if I really ever got something funny.
Or like questionable or just like I wouldn't say you didn't like it because it feels like no matter what you'd like your gift, I guess. Or I don't want you to call out a
Well,
person off the bat. But like something interesting,
okay, I don't know if
something
this
you
is
never
really like
expected.
funny, but one
Hmm.
time my mom put like my gift in a really big box, and she put all this like, it wasn't tissue paper, it was you know, the ones that are like little crinkled
Oh
strips.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know
Like
if those have a name.
I think it does, but I can't remember the name either. But I know what you're talking about.
Well, okay, yeah. So she filled the box with that, right?
Hmm.
And I was like looking for a gift because I was like, there's nothing in here. Like, I couldn't find anything.
Hmm.
And then, like, at the very bottom, it was like a big box. And at the very bottom
Uh-huh.
was like a small CD case.
Oh, that's
And
cute though.
it was actually the Vanessa Hudgens CD. I really
Oh, I
wanted
remember
that.
the song like it's okay or something like that. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
But
I really wanted that. And so I was like sad because all of my gifts, I was like, oh, my parents like didn't get me like the one thing that I really wanted. And then I was like going
oh,
through that box, like, there's nothing in here. Is this a joke? But then it was at the very bottom.
oh, that's so cute. Oh,
What
that's
about
so
you?
funny. Um, actually, no. Okay, there's like context to this one.
Okay.
Um, so when I was a kid, I was a really bad kid. Um, so when from like my mom, she would wrap the presents either a couple days before Christmas or
Mhm.
like she'll wrap it like the night before Christmas Eve, and then she'll put it on their tree. But she wouldn't put people's names on them just yet. She would hide the name like in paper, and then
Oh,
she would put
smart.
like the sticker on it. Yeah, right. But so I was smarter.
Oh.
Sometimes I would like look through like the little thing and like find where my name is. Or she wouldn't
Mhm.
put the name, she'll like put initials or something. Something she would
Mhm.
recognize, so I'd look for it. And then I would like turn the box in a way or like unwrap a little bit of it just to
Oh
see what it
my
was.
gosh.
So I'd see what it was, okay? Or if she did put the tag on, I would look for my tag and I'll be like, oh, this is mine. So I'll rip a little hole and I'll look for my like I'll look at what it was.
Wow, Christina, you were bad.
I couldn't wait. But it wasn't all my gifts. It was just like certain gifts like I was really curious about. So like wait till she was either asleep or she was busy. So I'd look through it.
You're impatient. You
But
ruined the
yeah, I really no,
surprise.
I was still surprised. I was still surprised. But anyway, but okay, so one year I did that and I was like I saw this like weird shaped box. So I was like looked at it and I was like trying to figure out what it was. And I
Mhm.
couldn't figure out what it was. And you know how we talked about traditions of opening presents. So we get to pick the present we want to open. So we had to open one present. And that year I decided to pick that one because I couldn't figure out what it was. I wanted to know already. So I picked it. When I opened it, it was an electric toothbrush. Yeah, it was just like funny to me. I'm like, oh, thanks, mom. So if deep down, I mean, I'm pretty sure she
That's
knew
your
that I was doing.
karma. Yeah.
Yeah, she
That's
knew
what
that
you
what I
get.
was doing. So yeah, she discreetly did that. Yeah. But I think that year I got like an I should have picked the other box because it was an the like the iPods. It was like the
Oh.
first iPod or not the first
Oh.
iPod, but it was like the big squared ones
Yeah.
and it had like the double screen and yeah, I was so excited for that. I kind of forgot about the toothbrush, but yeah. It
Well,
was a
you
cool
you, you
toothbrush. It was
already ruined the
electric and
toothbrush.
everything. Mhm. Yeah, it was like the next day. I was like, "Ooh, yay." But yeah, that was like
You're
one of
like,
my
toothbrush.
funniest kind of memories
Yeah. No, that is
as a
funny.
kid. Yeah.
That's karma,
Was there
though.
any, yeah, it was. It was. It is funny because like my sister, obviously she's younger than me. I would tell her, go look at what you got. I would tell Camille
Oh
like,
my gosh.
and so she would, it's not my fault. I didn't push her. I
You
just
in.
told her to look and she looked, being, I'm such
You
a great
influenced
aunt.
her to
And it's like,
be
cause like for
bad.
her, for her, she gets to open twice because her birthday's a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
And so she gets to open a present before her birthday. So she would always have, a lot of presents. So my parents would be like, okay, open one, and that's your birthday present. And then the others would be your Christmas. So I think one year I told her, I think she was like a little bit older. I was like, like just take a peek at which one you want to open. And she was like, they won't find out. And I'm like, no, just go look. And then
You
she
were
like,
so bad.
I was there. I was like, oh, just rip a little hole and make sure they don't notice it, and then hide it, like turn it
Oh
so it's
my.
like hidden from. I remember she did that. I just pretty
And
much
she
called her
didn't
out.
get caught, though?
I'm pretty sure my mom knew, but she didn't say anything.
You're a bad
I'm pretty
influence.
sure.
You're a
I
bad
just remember.
influence.
There's so many like funny like memories I have as a kid. I was such a horrible kid. Like I remember this one time I was like younger and like I used to live in Arizona. So like it was me, my mom, my grandpa, my uncle. My dad was still in the Philippines. And this one year, because me and my mom shared a room. And this one year she was like, okay, it was like Christmas Eve. I went to my friend's house and came back, and she told me, don't go into the room. I haven't wrapped your gift. And obviously, if you tell someone not to do something, and I'm a kid, okay? So I went into the room while she was cooking dinner or she was preparing for the party or something. And I saw the gift. And I like it was like one of those like the plastic houses. Like it was like full, like had like the little kitchen and had like a little mailbox. I was so
Aw.
excited for it. I've always wanted one and I
Mhm.
started playing with it. And my mom comes into the room and she was like, that's your Christmas present. You're not opening anything else. I'm like, okay. And I just kept playing with it till the party. But yeah,
You could have listened to her. You're not looked.
I was a bad child.
Impatient.
I'm impatient.
You're
I
like,
really
this
am.
is mine now.
I mean, it was mine. It was just I had to wait a couple more hours, but I couldn't do that.
I would have been
But
like, you need to wait. Take it away.
yeah. No, no. I would be sad. But you really want to make your child sad on Christmas Eve?
If they don't listen.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, true colors. Now I like lost my train of thought. Is there any traditions that you do for yourself, like you do during the Christmas time, during the holidays?
For myself,
Yeah, like do you do anything like do anything that you've noticed that you do pretty much every year? Maybe you never even noticed it until now.
I don't. Okay, well, one thing that I end up doing is when I like just shop for other people's gifts, I end up buying myself stuff too because it's like on sale or something.
Oh my God, same.
I'm
You're
like,
not the
oh,
only one.
this is a good sale. I can't pass up on this. So I
And then
end
you
up
have
like getting my own.
I do that too. Especially during Black Friday, and I'm just like
Yeah.
buying like like the clothes are on sale sometimes, and it's
Yeah,
just like,
like,
oh, this is
you
a cute
can't.
top.
Exactly. You can't pass up on a good deal if you see it.
Yeah, don't blame you. I
I,
do
I
that
still
too.
get the gifts.
Yeah, yeah, I do that too. It's
I
really fun.
just also reward myself.
I mean, you went out of the house, so I don't see why not. But
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, I buy a lot of stuff online now.
I know. I don't know. Do you think there's any, how would you say it? Like, do you think is it do you think for yourself it's easier to buy online for your gifts for your friends and family, or do you think it's more special when you go to the store and buy gifts, like going through the aisles and find like that right gift for someone, like kind of like in a way like the old school way,
Mm.
you know?
Um, I don't know because I think that for me, if I like received a gift and someone just like bought it online, I wouldn't mind, like they don't even have to get me a gift. So it's still special because I also feel like a lot of people don't like going in person because of how crazy it gets during the
Oh
holidays.
yeah.
And I get that. Like, I went to the mall last weekend and it was so packed. Like, I was getting claustrophobic, I was getting anxiety. It was
Oh
just
my
so many
God.
people. I was like, I can't do this.
I don't know, I feel you. I think that's how, like, I remember I worked retail like
Mm,
a long time ago, and I remember like the holiday seasons I hated working those shifts because I
yeah.
always feel like there's so much anxiety because there's so many people start coming at you, and it's just like it's funny to think it's the holiday season. You would think like everyone would be in a good mood, cheerful. Everyone is like extra
No.
rude,
They're
and it's just
cranky.
like crazy
Yeah.
and crazy. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with these people. Even like recently now, even like I don't want to go to the mall because there's like not only just crazy people, there's crazy people driving. There's
Mm,
just like
hmm.
it's just so hectic, and I just hate it sometimes. I think
Yeah.
my mood just like I would have start the day on a high note, and then by the time I'm done shopping, it's at my lowest point. I'm just like, I'm done. I want to go home. I
Hmm.
don't even want to shop anymore. I probably
Yeah.
have like 10 people to still like shop for. It's just like I don't even deal with it.
That's why I'm like, I would rather save my time and energy,
Mm-hmm.
shop online
Yo.
because finding parking,
Oh
all
my
the
God.
bad drivers, dealing with like the
Mm-hmm.
cranky people, no, I'm
I
good.
know. Yeah,
I
no,
try to
same.
be like, if I am shopping in person, it's like I try to be extra nice to the workers because, like
Yeah.
we've been there, we know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna like make them stress out or feel some type of
Yeah.
way even more. I'm not gonna be one of those people.
Yeah.
But some
Oh,
people, they
they're
don't
the
care.
rudest. Oh, I like sometimes it'd be like, you're in line and you're just like watching this person being rude, so rude, and you're just like, what the hell, dude? Like, it's the holidays. Like, why are you doing this? And
Mhm.
like, whenever I go up, I'm like the next person, I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel you. Like, if you need to take a breather, go take a breather, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, sometimes, like the salespeople, they'll apologize, and there's some people who'll be rude and won't even say anything else and just like ignore them and be like, yeah, well, I was waiting here for blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh my God, you don't have to say that. Like, even if you're trying to
Mhm.
joke around, it's just like, no, it's not appropriate, you know? And it's like, slow it holiday season. Why do you gotta be rude for?
I used to get so mad when I would work in retail. Like, if people were mean and they would complain about whatever, and it's like,
Mm,
first of all, that's not even my fault. Like, why are you
yeah.
taking it out on me? And I didn't
Mm-hmm.
even do anything. So, I don't get it when people are
Uh,
like that. Like, you
I
don't
don't
need to take
either.
your anger out on someone else. They didn't even do
Yeah.
anything. You're the one that is putting yourself in, like, that situation. So,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
don't
And
take
I
it
just
out on
think
other
it's funny
people.
sometimes too. Yeah. It's
Oh,
funny.
yeah, people are crazy.
They really are. It's just like, okay, I'm so sorry, but I mean, I trying the best I can here. Like, at least I'm trying to help, but you're not really like it's like one of those like give and takes. You're kind of just like asking for me to be rude back to you, you
Yeah.
know?
I used to
It's
work at
crazy.
the outlets, and I was like so thankful that my store wasn't that popular.
I feels like the outlets are like the worst place to be during the
Oh,
holidays.
it's terrible.
It's oh my God, like I get so much anxiety whenever I go there. But it's just like sometimes like they have the best deals for presents. It's just but it's so hectic.
It's
Especially
crazy.
it's just like there so many people are cranky,
Mm.
everyone's pushing, everyone's trying to get to the store they want to get to, and you're just like, I just want to get out of here already. I just want to
No.
like bye.
You know, one time a customer actually got mad at me because our sales weren't that good. I
Seriously?
was like, yeah, I'm not
Dang.
even in charge of that. Like,
I love how like people get mad at you for not being able to give them that discount. Be like, what am I
yeah.
supposed to do? I'm not the owner. I'm like, it's like there's a point of joking around or to the point of like you're being serious. I want that 10% discount or 5% discount. Be like, okay, bro, like let me just go contact my manager. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, like why do you need it? Well, okay, Karen, please step back.
No, really,
It's
it's
just
like,
like,
what do you expect? I can't just. I
you're
first of
right.
all, I bet you don't even know my name, and you have the
Exactly.
audacity to ask me for a
Right?
discount.
I'm just like, oh my gosh. It was just, yeah, working the holidays is really stressful, you know? And it's like, you don't get paid that much. And then you're working all these long hours during the
The holiday
holidays. And then,
hours.
yeah, holiday hours. And then there's these like rude people just coming at you. It's just like, you really have to have that patience and that like
Yeah,
mindset. And honestly,
it's
after the end of the day, I don't have it
it's so
anymore.
hard. If
Mm-hmm.
you come across those
Seriously.
people like nonstop too, oh,
Mm-hmm. No,
it's hard.
seriously.
I think everybody should be required to work a retail job during the
I
holidays
really
at
think
least once. Or not
I
even
think
like during the
so.
holidays, at least just work a retail job like
Just
at
to
least
have like the
once.
experience.
Yeah.
I think it really helps you be I don't know. Yeah, no, I think it helps you be like almost like a people person, helps you deal with a lot of good situations in life when you
Hmm.
work retail. Because it really just there's so much breaking points in that and it's just like
I think they would learn
people.
to be nicer to people because then
Yeah,
they'll know what it feels like. Like the
really
people
though.
that don't know what it's like to work a retail job, and so of course they just like treat people like shit because they don't know what it's
Yeah.
like. They don't care because they've never had to do that.
Yeah, even not just like retail, but even just like restaurants, just like
Yeah, or just
customer
working with
service
people.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like really important because like sometimes some people just be the rudest to those like, customer service people so much. Like, I won't call anyone out, but I do know someone who's like when they're when we go out to dinner, sometimes they be saying the rudest things and like the person could be joking, but at the same time I'm just like sitting in my so
Yeah.
embarrassed right now. Like, I'll look at the person, I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's just like,
Yeah.
I just can't. Like, if I was that person, I don't think I've ever done it, but it's like, I wouldn't, I wouldn't say certain things because they're working,
Mm.
there's a fine line that you shouldn't cross when you're working. And like, if the person's like being rude to you, is like, how can I not be rude back? There's a breaking point, and I understand if like you have to take that point and explode sometimes. So
Sorry,
yeah.
this is a little off topic, but I just thought of it. Like, don't you think it's a red flag if you're like, say you're on a date with someone, and then they're like mean to the waiter
Oh, hell yeah.
or waitress? Yeah, like
Oh,
I would be
yeah. A
like,
total red
I'd
flag.
be like, yeah, no, this is not working. This
Yeah,
is not
no.
good. I would
That's
know
no.
right then.
Yeah, no. I would know that even if that person is drop dead gorgeous, probably like super nice to you, treating you right, but if they
Yeah.
can't treat the waitress or whatever right, then it's
Yeah,
just like
that
it
like that
feels like
says
a big red
everything
flag.
about their character because
Mm-hmm.
they can be nice to you all they want, but that's because they're trying to be with you or they're,
Yeah,
like
trying to
they're
hook up or
interested in
whatever.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they're mean to the waitress, like that says
No,
everything.
it feels like that's their true side that's gonna come out later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it shows you what kind of person
Mm-hmm.
they are, regardless
Yeah.
of how they treat you. So, no.
Yeah, no. I don't, yeah. I
Sorry, I
agree.
just wanted to mention that because
No, it's a good question though. Like, it's truth. Like, I wouldn't do it. Like, I get
yeah,
embarrassed when that happens sometimes.
me
It's
too.
just
I'm
like,
like,
damn.
damn.
I like feel so bad for them. Like, I just want to give them a hug and be like, it's okay. You know? Like, your shift is over, hopefully soon.
Do you
Yeah.
remember how like, when we would work together and we'd come across like a mean customer, and we would still be like nice to them and
Yeah.
everything, and then we'd go to the back and we would vent about it.
Yeah. Oh my God, the people that come in boba shops, I swear,
People
they
just feel
were,
so entitled.
yeah. Oh my God. The people were like, okay, I'm sorry if this is your order or whatever, but the people were like, I want, like one boba in here. And I'm just like, what? And then there's a person who would just be like, can you wash the boba before putting it in my drink? I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure. Or like, there was another person. Uh,
No, the worst ones was
uh,
always when they would ask for no ice in their drink,
oh
but we still have
yeah.
to shake it with the ice to make it cold, and they'd be
Oh
like watching us and they're like, no, I said no ice.
yeah.
They would
I'm like,
freak
well,
out.
I have to cool down the tea
Yeah.
still. Like, cause like our setup was, like our drink like area, and then there's like the where you put the drinks to give the customers. They would watch you like a hawk, and I would get so
Mhm.
anxious. I would just be like, oh my
If
God.
you're on the first bar, remember?
Oh, I hated being on that first bar. I was like, no.
I'd be like, they're fucking
I
watching
remember I would
me.
ask the person, be like, let's switch. Like, I don't like this one.
I'm pretty sure you made me go all the
Oh,
time.
hell yeah. I hated that part. I hated like seeing the person right next to me, and like the way it was set up, it was like the glass, and then they're literally like looking
Watching
over
over
the
the
glass, and
glass,
I'm
yeah.
just like, oh my
I'm
God.
like, bro, back up.
I know.
No,
Those are such anxious times.
I loved when people would like comment about whatever I'm doing, like the drink I'm making, thinking that it was
Hmm.
theirs, and I'd be
Oh
like,
yeah.
this is not your order.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh. Or like they'll ask me like, "Oh, that's too much sugar." I'm like, "Oh, this person asked for 100%," and they're like, "Oh, sorry." I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, "You better be sorry."
Yeah. I'm like, first of
Or
all, it's not even your drink.
exactly, like, it's just like shows like customer service. Like sometimes you have to just like it kind of goes back to our last week. We are talking about like fakeness. It kind of goes back to like sometimes you just have to have that fakeness during customer service times.
When you're working,
It's just
yeah.
yeah, because it's just like, I hated it, but I
You
don't know. I
have
just
to be
remembered like,
nice.
yeah, I remembered whenever they did say no ice. Um, or no. I remember this one time a customer wanted like just one ice cube or something like that. I think it was like one or two ice cubes. They said no ice, and I remember I was taking the order, and I was like, they was like, oh, I was like, what ice level would you like? And they're like, oh, actually, can I just have two pieces of ice in there? I'm like, looking at the person, I'm like, two? Or like one or something? I know it was like just like a number, and they're like, yeah, I don't want it like in. And I'm like, okay. And then I remember giving the order to whoever was gonna make it. I remember the person was like, wait, are you serious? I'm like, I'm dead serious. I don't. And then after the person finished making the drink, I remember them coming to me and be like, I put 3 ice cubes in there.
Wait, why do I feel like that was you and Camille?
No, it was someone
No.
else. I think this person has come back like so many times, and like it feels like everyone has dealt with this customer.
Probably.
Like, if people who worked with us know what we're talking about, I'm pretty sure they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I think I know who you're talking about." And like,
Wow.
yeah, I remember like I think I've made a drink for this person, and I ended up putting more than one or two in there. I remember there was a couple other people like, "Yeah, I put like 3 ice cubes," and
They
I'm
come back, they're like, damn it, there's 5 ice cubes in here.
I don't think the person's ever came back, but
Well,
yeah.
actually, since we're talking about the holidays and stuff, remember how we had a regular who came in during the holidays and she gave us like a little gift?
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
was
that was
really
the
sweet.
cutest. That was
Yeah.
like our favorite customer, I think. Or like, I don't know, she always came in. She was sweet. The little chocolate. Is that the one you're talking
Yeah.
about?
It was
Yeah,
like
that
an
was so
advent
cute.
chocolate bar or something, right?
Yeah. And she didn't just give it to one person. She actually gave it to me, you, and I think person. Was it Camille? Or
Um,
was it someone else? I know she
I
gave it
don't.
to a couple of us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I thought that was the sweetest thing. I don't eat chocolate because I don't really like chocolate. So I was like, I'll just leave this in the back for whoever wants it. And I think the next day I came back and it was only like barely half of the chocolate left. I was
I
like,
think
dang,
the night shift people were jealous of us.
probably. I mean, we had the nice customers,
Yeah,
honestly.
we did. We had a lot
I,
of nice regulars.
I remember one of the things that I loved doing during the holidays when we worked was decorating the store.
Oh,
I
the store was
remember,
so pretty.
yeah, I remember the owner would be like, "Okay, Christina, go decorate," and be like, "Oh, we need more decorations," because like every year for some reason, like they either broke, they're gone. I'm like, I could have
Yeah.
sworn I put these back in the boxes, and so like I'd like buy new ones or I'd replace them, and I was just like, the place looks so pretty. Remember
Yeah.
didn't we have like stockings
Yeah, we had stockings
in
for
front of the toppings?
every one of
Yeah.
us. It was so cute with all the lights. We had those
Yeah.
little what are they? The sticky things you can put on the glass?
Oh, the windows. Yeah, we had
Yeah.
that.
We had
I
that.
hate. I remember we used to put it in the outside of it, but then the little kids would like pick at it. So I was like, okay, let's move it to like the back side.
Mhm.
But then like,
Didn't we do the
yeah.
fake snow thing?
Oh
Or
yeah,
we
that's
tried. I think it
right.
didn't
I
work
think
out
we
that well.
tried. It didn't work out. We did try. Yeah, it didn't work out. I remember there was this. I remember I got like a little Christmas tree once and we put it
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
And
the
one
store
of
used
the
to be
things
so cute.
yeah, I remember we even did like the Christmas dinner with all the employees and stuff.
Oh yeah. And then we did like
hmm
a Secret Santa.
Was it Secret Santa or was it White Elephant? I can't remember.
I
Was
think
it
we
Secret
did
Santa?
both. Not in the same
Yeah.
year, but
Yeah. I
yeah.
think so. I think we did like both. Yeah. Those were fun. I always love those during like the holidays. You do like those small little parties with like your friends or coworkers and it's just
Mhm.
always so fun. But yeah.
I would always get nervous to get someone that I like didn't really know because I'm like I don't know if they're gonna like this or
Mm-hmm.
even though you have like a little card of what they like or whatever, I would still
Mm-hmm.
be like, oh, I don't know. I'd be so nervous about it.
Be like, maybe they didn't expect me to be the person.
I
I
would
think
get
that's where
nervous about
has.
who had me too.
hmm I would always get nervous if it was like a guy getting me, because I'll be like, because I'd put like the feminine like things like perfumes or like girly stuff. I would just be like, dang it. I remember this one year, I think, it was my friend. Like we did like a friends miss thing, and we did
Mm.
Secret Santa, and um, I put in my list like K-pop stuff. So I think I put like an album or albums, and I think I even put like a jacket that I wanted. And it was funny because I was like nervous. I was like, "Oh shoot, maybe I should have put like a normal gift, so they wouldn't have a hard time finding like K-pop products."
Oh yeah,
And
if they
then
didn't know.
yeah, so I was
Yeah.
always nervous about that. I was like, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that." And I was like throughout like that whole time I was like regretting and putting that up as my list, but I was like, "Oh, I can't do it now. I can't take it back. It's kind of too late" moments.
Yeah.
And then my cousin she told me who had me,
Mm.
and it was her like ex-boyfriend at that time. So she was like, "It's okay, don't worry." Because I think I vented to her, or I don't know how that happened, but she said, "It's okay. I helped him buy the stuff." I'm like, "Okay, cool." I was like, that was like a relief
Yeah, you're
through
like,
which I was
okay,
like,
I can trust
yeah,
it.
yeah, I could trust it. But after that year, I was just like, I'm not putting K-pop stuff on my Christmas list because it's hard. It's not the easiest things to buy sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just like I don't want them to get the wrong thing also because like there's like different versions and there's different things. Or what happens if they get
There
me
is a
like
lot actually, yeah. It can be
it really is.
confusing
It really is.
for
That's why
someone who
it's
doesn't know.
yeah. That's why I'm like, okay, no, I need to be careful. If I'm gonna ask for K-pop stuff for Christmas, it has to be with an
As
actual person who buys or
mhm.
knows at least a little bit more. That's always so stressful because you never know what to put. Have you ever had that issue whenever you do like Secret Santas or people ask you, "What do you want for Christmas?" And like throughout like probably a couple of months or you probably think about it and you have them in your cart or something, you could clearly give those items as like a list to your friends or family
Yeah.
members. But when the time comes when people actually ask you, have you ever felt like I have no idea what to do and you feel so
Yeah.
anxious and like you totally don't know what you want anymore?
Yeah, you can't think of what you want, or like
Yeah.
you try your hardest to think about what you
Mhm.
had, or like what you
Mhm.
like saw the other day that you actually did want.
Mhm.
And then you don't want to be like that boring person that's like, "Oh, just money," or something like
Yeah.
that. It's
Honestly,
like I
yeah.
don't want to be that person that just gives someone a gift card either or something.
Yeah.
It feels more personal if you actually pick out the
Mhm.
items for them.
Yeah. I with my family, I always get scared to tell them what I want because I feel like they'll get me the wrong thing or like whatever. So I make it easy for them. Like it's okay, money's fine. Help me with my college tuition or my college funds. It's fine,
Hmm.
whatever. Like now at least. But like, what do you call this? We're doing Secret Santa this year with my family, and we've been doing this for the past couple of years. And it's usually just like the adults can do it. And I usually tell my mom, yeah, no, I don't want to do it. But this year I decided to do it. And I was just like, they told me, okay, put your top three items up for what you want. And they had a high price range. I was like, why did I do this? They're like, because they're adults, they're like nurses, they all have their careers. And I was just like, their price range was high. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, what am I gonna play? Or how am I gonna buy this? And then, so I was like trying to think. It was so hard. Like there's probably so much stuff that I could have. And it's funny because after I sent my Christmas list out, I was like, no, I don't want that anymore. And I had to
Oh.
find. Has that ever happened to you where you find a present that you actually want, but it's kind of too late now? Moment. I don't
um,
know.